helping them with nailing their property development, finance, then help them market these properties, and then finally help them selling, where our niche are international properties. So that's more or less the story here if it goes about the big picture and our strategy. Let's move on. And again, property market is characterized by two main subcategories. So one is off-plan properties, so what we can call it primary market, where property developers are present, and the second one is on-plan. So existing properties on the secondary market, and that's exactly yours one, I would say, Marcus, because that's exactly where you can already rent the property. Okay, so that's basically where you are coming from. Off-plan is also called pre-sales. Let's move on from this one, and again, there are certain problems obviously faced in the industry. First one is, while property is the biggest asset class in the world, especially residential property, worth approximately $180 trillion, at the same time, it's a very illiquid type of asset. So again, there is a problem of cash tied up in property. Second of all, the world is getting more and more global. So basically there is an issue of disconnected customer base, and obviously there is a large Malaysian community even here in UK. And again, these people are a bit, have higher spending power than perhaps domestic ones, than perhaps local people, and so on. So that's exactly our niche. And then the third one, to which this webinar I think is very well suited, there is obviously a lockdown in many countries, so either limited or no property viewings. And that's why we came with a number of solutions that's supposed to be helping people in the property value chain exactly with viewings of the properties, even despite all of this situation. So these are the customer problems. Let's move on from here. So who are our customers? So again, we've got off-plan or pre-sale market, and then we've got on-plan. On the off-plan side, basically that's property developers, which is obviously the biggest chunk. One property developer can be working with 10, 20, 100 different agents and brokers and so on. So that's basically our target customer, property developer. But then we also help architects, consultants, real estate agents, brokers, and realtors. And I think you sit exactly in this category of an agent, I would think, if you're operating on the rental sector. So now moving on from this one, basically what are the problems with virtual tours? And again, in the rental industry, it's becoming more and more popular to simply take a camera, scan the environment 360, basically being at the property, and then have this virtual tour. And again, now the comparison with us, which we're going to be presenting now, is obviously that means that you need a physical equipment. That means that you need to have existing property. With us, there is no need for any physical equipment. We just need some simple drawings, sketches, even description. So our solutions are global. That's the starting point. Next thing on this. So obviously with the camera you can go and scan only the existing properties, which is again suitable for rental. But with us, basically you don't need the property cannot be even built, can be even not built, and we can still prepare this virtual tour we're going to be presenting today. So that's basically benefit number 2, and the comparison between equipment and non-equipment our approach. Then the next thing here is basically once you scan the existing property, there are no customization options. With us, and this is going to be again presented today, there are customization options. What does it mean basically on the business side is your customer will be able to eventually basically choose, let's say, between sofa number 1, sofa number 2, sofa number 3, which leads to sign off of the project early in the rental industry, eventually upsells, and the extra business that can be generated without costly mistakes of customers saying one thing, then you deliver it, and then customer said, no, I said something different. So that's basically the benefit. And then the final thing, and I like this picture, let's say visiting on your own, very lonely person. Yeah, I could give her a hug. So basically, these virtual tours that you can do at the moment, you can basically view them on their own. With us, which we're going to be presenting today, you can basically visit this sort of property together with your customers, together with your family, together with your friends, or anyone else that needs to be, let's say, seeing this property before you actually make the decision, oh, I want to rent it or I want to buy it, and so on. So moving on to the next slide, these are the problems with virtual tours and these are our solutions. Now, value that we deliver, let's say, because again, it's not only about a single solution, it's about the whole scope of A to Z solutions, while today we focus on a single one, is first of all, so business top line, and again, sales is the most important activity in any business. No sales, no business. So again, our goal is to eventually liquidify literally the property and then take it from there. Second thing is really customer feedback. When they see your property, they basically know even ahead of time, they can basically say, look, actually, I like it. I want to go for it. I want to buy it. I want to rent it ahead of time. I'm emotionally attached to it. Then finally, the third thing is content for your sales network. Again, you could have, let's say, some agents working together with you and using the same virtual tour, they can be viewing, let's say, the property. So this is the initial value that we deliver, and then Daria is going to present a bit more in the next steps. But before that, here are our four most popular solutions just for an overview. So these are, the top ones, and obviously we can see four of them. Top one, so interior and exterior animation, is the most popular one in the industry. So basically that's the starting point for any sort of property marketing and property sales. But then we've got also some more specific, little to no competition solutions that we call 4D, that you might have seen in some TV shows like Extreme Makeover or $1 Million Home. So again, this is what we produced actually for some TV stations, as well as completely unique from the market feedback. Animation on top of drone video. Basically, what this means is someone is flying a drone, basically filming your land, and then we put animation on top of it, joining the physical real world with our animation on top of it as it comes to life, even before the property is even constructed. And that's exactly the beauty of the solutions. They can present anything, anywhere in the world. So now moving on to the next step. Again, we've got our approach because again, our goal is to help you with sales. So we look at different stages of customer journey, starting from awareness. So where for the first time your customer has actually seen you. Then the second thing is interest. So, how do we keep them interested? Then in the next step is consideration, which is basically, now I'm serious about that. It's either gonna be yes or no. So, that's my consideration stage. And then finally leading to this yes, to the purchase. So we look through the customer journey exactly in this manner. And now I'm gonna invite Daria to tell us a bit more about this specific solution for today and our value proposition. Daria, please go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Eric. So, well, moving along with what are the other values that we deliver. So we can prepare all the solutions that Eric mentioned and the solution that I'm going to present further in the presentation. We can develop all these solutions without any need of any architect drawings or CAD drawings or so. If CAD drawings are there, it's well and good. If no, we can simply do it by the normal sketch. Also, Jonathan at the end of the presentation will be giving you a customer example, live customer example of what exactly and how exactly we did our project in that mode. And this solutions helps you with the property conceptualization and planning application. So after our solutions are prepared, we can use the same for the planning applications and also as a site management. One of the best example of site management is we did a project of Bloomberg Theater Auditorium, and Bloomberg used this sitemap or 3D bird's eye view plan for their site management plan and other planning applications or planning stages and so. So that is one of the main value that we deliver, and our one of our high end customer has also used the same. Now, our solutions are remotely prepared. So it can be delivered anywhere in the world without even need to visit the property. So well, it's basically, as we mentioned, these are the solutions for the lockdown. And hence you will get the visibility of your property anywhere in the world. So right now you might only be focused on the local market, but this solution can help you reach out to global market, let's say non-resident Malaysians in UK, US, or any other country, and you can target those who have cash, who are cash rich or have deep pockets and can invest in your properties. Now, hence, we enable global remote property sales and marketing. And these solutions are so nice that they can also be used for investor presentation. So let's say if you're looking for any financing, yes, we do have a round for financing, but but otherwise, so you can present these solutions to your investors for raising the funds out of it. And as these solutions are higher technology that includes virtual and augmented reality, it will show you as a luxury brand property developer or luxury brand company, and it will help you to charge premium to your clients and can deliver a quite good value to them. Thus it will help you increase the property valuation, increase the cash flow, and finally hence improving the return on investment through it. Now let's exactly look at the solution. Now we all know that virtual reality is growing at 40% year on year, while augmented reality is growing at 80% year on year. And if we look at the market, so this is the report by McKinsey. It says that the year-on-year growth is going to be nearly 63% in 2021, and it's plus minus 60% year-on-year. And the market is reaching $50 billion in 2021. It is going to reach nearly $95 billion. And our real estate sector comes in the other sector. So as you can see, the blue market is growing at quite exponential rate than the dark blue one. So that's how important or how good the market is going to be. Now, when we are talking about virtual technology, what exactly does it mean? Says you have heard the term. Now, there are three different types of it. The first is non-immersive VR. So let's say if you have played any phone or laptop games, you might have traveled there in the 3D environment. So that includes the non-immersive VR. Now you are able to change and customize a bit of all. So we have our non-immersive solutions too. The next is semi-immersive virtual reality. Now, if you have visited any malls or so, they keep multiple desktop screen and put it in such a situation that you feel like that you are in a 3D environment, but it's only a 2D one. So that is semi-immersive one. And finally comes the most immersion and the most highest level of the immersion called as immersive VR. So it then comes to Microsoft Oculus, HTC Vive. You wear these glasses and you experience this in 3D. So we prepared this solution in non-immersive immersive virtual reality. Now let's exactly move further with it. So what were the customer reaction when they used virtual and augmented reality for the first time? So as you can see at the reaction, 65% were more interested in seeing this kind of content. The rest expressions or reactions ranged from amazed, excited, surprised, happy, and they were more more interactive to the solutions that they were seeing or the content that they were seeing. Now, coming to our solution, the first is the guided virtual tour. So what exactly it is, we discussed non-immersive VR. So this is non-immersive VR where you will get the 3D model of the whole property that you are planning to sell or you are planning to rent it out. And also, not only that, you can have customization option too with it. So you can have different furnishing option, different layout option, different wall colors and so. Now it is converted into the immersive VR by wearing the 3D glasses. Now you do not need $1,500 glasses for or send it to your customer to view the same. Only you need is $5 to $30 glasses, and you can have this 3D model on your website, which customer can see it on their phone through the virtual reality glasses. So this is our first solution called guided virtual tour. Now we'll be moving to the main solution, the presentation that is focused on. It's Zoom for property. Now I'll be moving to the Chrome where I'll be opening a link. I guess Eric might have sent you on chat. You can also join the link and you will be able to see the scene from the different location. I'll be joining from India. Jonathan is joining from Nigeria. Eric will be joining from London. If Marcus, you are joining, you can join it from Malaysia and henceforward. So let me show you the same. I guess we all are here. So this is basically,
Oops.
Jonathan. Yeah, great. This is one of the models that we have prepared. Uh, we basically kept this for showing you the customization option. Now, if you see, you will be able to see the top floor here. So it's a 3-bedroom hall kitchen. Sorry, 2-bedroom hall kitchen apartment. And you can look at it from different angles that how exactly it looks, how exactly it is going to look. Now, let's say I go to the kitchen and look at the different options. I'll be able to see that there can be different options that I can see. There are the customization options. There is the plan 1, this plan 2, and this plan 3. Now, as you move in the video games and so, you can clearly move here and see it from different angles. Now, as you can see, I can see Eric. Hi, Eric. How are
Hello.
you?
So this is a real presentation, actually. Yes, you can see me there by the window. That's the thing. On my sofa in my living room.
Right. So exactly, this has the video facility and also the audio one. So you do not need to join our call or let's say Zoom or any other aspect. And you can simply join from here. You can present the whole property and you can show them how exactly it looks. Also, you can show them the different furnishing options that these are different furnishing options that you can see. We saw the furnishing options for kitchen. Now let's look at the same for our living room. You can see the different sofa options from here. So you can show them all these options. Now, as mentioned, it is remote and a global solution. So Eric is joining from London and I am joining from India, but I can present it in the real time over here. Now there is the video and audio feature over here. I have my video on our midst and you can see my video over here and also Eric on the screen. Now I can show him that Eric, this is a 2 BHK apartment. So we have this apartment in Malaysia and we are planning to rent it out. Let me make you go through it once. So I guess you have gone through our kitchen and uh, our hall. Now this is the first bedroom that you can see. This blue colored one, the first one when you come and see on the left. This is the bathroom that you will receive and how it will look once you have acquired this property. So I hope you are able to view it in a correct manner and I hope you like this property. So if not, we can have it customized to you. We have different options that we can show you. Yes, you are now seeing the second bedroom. So this is the second bedroom. Also, you can look out of the window the other developments that are nearby you and how exactly it will look once it's prepared. And finally, this is the second bathroom with a bathtub that you can enjoy on a Sunday evening or let's say after coming from work, you can enjoy bath over here. So I guess that's exactly how you can present to your global customers or customers who are not able to visit your property and they can see and they can enjoy this. Now, basically this is one link vr.itoma.co.uk slash guided 22. Now we can prepare this link for your website. You can keep it in your website. You can join and you can send the same link to a client. Both can join at the same time and you will be able to present it to your client that this is exactly how it will look once it's prepared or this how it will look when you shift to this new house of yours or to the new rental property of this. So I guess that's the beauty of Zoom for property. Eric, would you like to add something? I'm in the drawing room if you would like to join.
Yeah, I'm just gonna summarize it because again, one thing is a proper explanation, but then the main points are again, you send this link to your customer, you both join at the same time, and then you can view the property together. You can speak with the customer like we speak with you at this very moment, while you can be on the different you know poles of the world as a matter of fact, and that's the beauty of it. So it's lockdown proof, it's let's say COVID proof. You can communicate with your customers. You can actually, let's say, warm up and close the deal ultimately, which is exactly the beauty. While, as you can see, we can see Jonathan, let's say, in this little window there, as for example, as well as you can see me somewhere there in this house. And that's exactly the beauty of this solution. Everything is remote. We prepare it remotely. You get it on your website, or let's say you can use ours, and then you can take it from there and continue with the sales of your properties, with the rental of your properties, and so on. That's the beauty of it, I think, in a summary. And again, there is no need for any physical equipment, no need for any sort of physical visit while you communicate with the customer. That's basically my final point on this, Daria. Please move on to the presentation.
Sure. So if you have any questions about this, we'll be coming back to it. But currently moving further with the presentation. So that we presented Zoom for property right now. So it's just a video depicting the same. Now moving further, just a minute. Yes. So these are some of the technology stats we have. So there are many stats over here. So it basically says that if you have video on your website or on your social media page, you get nearly 4 times more inquiries than you normally get. Now what we have done is, video is a normal thing that each and everyone can do. We have taken it one step further, and we call it our biggest interactive tool called interactive selector tool or interactive property tool. Now what exactly it is? Let's look at it. So as you can see on it, there's an offline solution because of the heavy graphics that it has. Now what it is you can view it from all around in a 3D model. It will be on a computer. You can go at it from the different levels and see that how exactly your development is looking. And we have divided this whole development in 4 different parts. So four different levels. The first level is gallery view, where you will be able to view high graphics images of how exactly will your property looks once it's prepared. So this is the first level. Moving to the next level is the surroundings view. Now surroundings view exactly depicts that how good your location is. You know that when it's come to property, it's always about location, location, and location. So well, this shows that if you are a family man, you can look for maybe school where I can send my children, or nearest shopping mart or so. If I am a couple, I can look for maybe dining options or entertainment options nearby. I will get all these details and how far they are from my current development. And you will be able to see the same in the 3D environment. Well, we prepared this all through very planning and through our very good developers, and hence you can see the quality of the same in here. I guess the video will be a bit jittery over here, but we have this video on our YouTube portfolio. You can visit our YouTube portfolio and see the same. The third level is facilities view. So in here, it shows you that what good facilities is your development providing, and what are the facilities that your development will be providing and your clients can receive. It can be maybe swimming pool, gym, parking, movie theater room, or things like that. So it exactly shows. Now the final and the most beautiful level is the unit search. Now let's say if you want to buy shoes, what you will do? You will go to Amazon e-commerce website. You will search for Nike shoes, black in color, 11 in number. My budget is from $50 to $100, and you will see all the options available, and you choose the best option from here. Similarly, you have the filter of, let's say my budget is $300,000. I want 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment, and I want it north facing, and it should be nearly around 100 square meter area. Once you apply these filters, you will be able to see all the options that are still available for you, the ones that are sold and that are reserved. So if you see which are available, you can choose which best fits your requirement, and you can further go on choosing the same. So it exactly gives you the view that where you will choosing the same, what view you will be getting out of it. So basically you can have this solution offline in your office, and you can show it to your customer. You can have different modes, morning, evening, night mode, and your customer will be able to see, visualize it, and finally sign off the project early. So it has this option of showing them it is the transparent mode, better sign off, and fast selling of your property. So those are all the benefits that we offer that you get from our interactive selector tool. So that was our interactive selector tool. If you have any questions, I know these are quite good solutions, and this is one of the best solution we have, and we haven't found any competition at the global market, and we are only the organization providing this kind of solution. So now moving further, I would like to invite Eric to show you what exactly return on investment we you can get from using our solutions. Eric, please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much for this, Daria. So again, what they say is value is what you get, money is what you pay for it. But again, the big picture here is what is the ROI eventually. So again, on the example in front of us, basically we wanted to basically bring you a bit closer. What is the potential payback if you sell off-plan? So this is gonna be based on the property development example. So let's make this couplets of assumptions. So what we've got here, Daria, if you can move, let's say, to the next point of this, is the development of 30 units and average price of $300,000 each. So gross development value, 30 times $300,000 is 9 million GDV, gross development value. So again, something like small to medium size. And again, this is simply an example, and we try and help you build a business case for your particular property business, for your particular development or other type of business in the property. Now, so GDV was 9 million, build cost with land is approximately $6 million. So we can see basically that the profit on this would be 3 million altogether. Now, the next point is, basically the developer here had approximately 15% collateral, so and they needed to borrow, so 1 million out of the 6 million was his own input into this deal, and then he needed to borrow 5 million at 10% rate for 18 months. So that would make over 18 months on $5,750,000 interest, and that's obviously eating the margin on this property development. And I hope it makes sense until now, gentlemen. So again, that's the big picture. Now on the next slide, Daria, what we've got here basically is what happened. So again, we help this property developer with our solutions to sell 5 properties out of this 30 before build even started, and they've got the down payment of 20%. 20% out of 300,000, that's $60,000. Okay. Now on top of that, they sold another 10 properties during the build, and that was again 20% down payment. So all together, they pre-sold 15 properties at 20% down payment. So 60,000 per property times 15 properties makes 900,000 in deposit paid early. So that means that they didn't need to borrow that much money, which means that instead of borrowing 5 million, which we've seen on the previous slide, they had to borrow approximately $4.1 million. And over this period of 18 months at the rate of 10%, this less borrowing has saved them over $100,000 in interest payments alone. On top of that, obviously these solutions build their brand, present them more as more innovative organization, and let's say all together adds up value, goodwill and so on. So again, this reduced other elements, if you go about the costing, while helping with the main aspect of the business, which are obviously sales. So that's basically the business case, literally on 2 slides. If you've got some specific development or some specific properties you'd like to discuss with us, again, we take a very consultative approach. We've got, let's say, some calculators. We actually offer financing, marketing, and sales solutions to take your business to the next level with technology as well as financing. And that's more or less the ROI on this development. Unless there are any questions, I'm gonna be now inviting Jonathan to pick up, let's say, on how do we prepare our solutions. And then we're gonna be heading almost towards the end of this presentation with any sort of Q&A and any sort of discussion that you might want to have perhaps with us after Jonathan presents, let's say, what are our USPs and how do we actually work out our solutions. So Jonathan, I think Your slide is coming next. Is that right? Yes. Jonathan, please go ahead. And you're muted, by the way. Okay, now.
Yeah, thank you, Eric. How do we do what we do?
Sorry, can I disturb a bit because I have to go because I didn't expect the section is that long, and beside that, I don't think this solution is fit our business because we have no that kind of size to apply the solution like you guys offer. So perhaps when we reach to the levels or to reach the size that we can pay for your solution, then we can talk again, perhaps.
Okay, so
Okay,
Daria is gonna be in touch with you, Marcus,
Yeah,
eventually,
sure,
let's say, to
sure, sure.
discuss this in more
Yeah.
depth, because again, today
Also,
we focus just on two solutions, literally, which are more for the property development market than the rental one. Okay, so eventually we're
yeah.
gonna be in touch and we can discuss other elements of our value proposition.
yeah,
So
but
thank you
Alright.
for coming, Jonathan.
before
Back to
you
you.
leave, Marcos, yes, before you leave, Marcos, could you just drop on the chat box your complete contact details so that my colleague Daria can actually get to.
You can find my email for my LinkedIn profile.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's within your region, so he can equally give you a call.
Yeah,
That's
so
Yeah, yeah. Perhaps you can email me anything.
Sure, sure, definitely.
okay.
Yeah.
Daria has already got his contact details, so
Yeah.
Okay.
let's
That's
move
fine.
on. Thank you,
Uh,
Jonathan.
and
Alright. See you then.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Bye.
Marcus.
bye
Thank you.
bye
Thank you
bye.
so much, Marcus, for joining. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Thanks. We still have Adiolu and Gregory. Adiolu, Eric, it may interest you to know he's coming from Eco Atlantic. He's one of the players in Eco Atlantic, I think so. Uh,
Okay,
so it's
thank
good
you.
to have you, Phillips and Gregory. Now, how do we do what we say we do? Our, our, our solutions are simply you are the Mr. Customer and we are Toma. We start from the discovery call, or what we may simply term the project brief, to exactly know what you have in mind, what you have got. But the beauty about what we do is that it doesn't take you to, it doesn't take complicated assignment or objects for us to present to you what these are solutions. First, if you have got as simple as a sketch done on paper by with your hand, not the professional sketch by architects, or when it has been developed into a 2D, 3D model, or simple picture, or your description actually, we can use it to begin to prepare the initial draft and deliver to you to expect or elicit your comments or reactions upon what we have done, and then adjustments are made when necessary. Voila, the solution is submitted to you. It prepared and submitted to you. And this is a very, yeah, Daria, can we move on? This is a
Yeah.
very uh, particular case that we have treated uh, in the Caribbean island. Just a simple sketch by the customer, and from there, outlining his requirements and his specifications. Then the company went ahead to prepare for him something that he approved. When you look at this, move on, move on, move on. Yeah, move on. Okay, let's stop here. Now, this is what we came up with as our concept of what he is intending to do. At the end of the day, the customer is happy with the concept, and then after he has made his own inputs, we go on ahead to produce the visualization for him in the full range of what he has dreamed of, and then that final outcome of the project is what you now see as what we produce for the customer. Look at that in its full glory. It's a commercial property development. That's a hospitality development that he built in the Caribbean island. Now look at this. This is something we do even before the architect has actually come on the job to put pen to paper to begin to design, do his design. We come up with this. The beauty about Itoma is that we visualize these projects or your development before they are actually built up or started up by those professionals that are involved. And then it includes the furnishing, virtual furnishing of your development, as it were, which will present to you. You make your choices. Before Gregory and Phillips joined us, we had actually entered into a virtual tour where the customer will take the customer around the development and show him around the property, and then he can make his choices, including the type of virtual furnishing, including the type of furnishing that he wants for his development. And this is what the outcome of the design for the customer eventually turned out to be.
I'm just going to add here to what Jonathan is saying, that basically the cost of architect takes anything from 5 to 15% of the total property development cost. And again, we can do it at a fraction of this price, especially if you are at the beginning feasibility study of your project. So again, we can build a concept so you can present that to all of your stakeholders at the very early stages. Whether that's going to be a property investor to get the funding before further commitment, whether that's going to be local municipality to get necessary planning permissions and applications, and so on. So that's exactly the use, and then architect can pick this up and then finalize it with all of the local permits applicable. And that's the beauty, basically, of our approach. So again, this has been done for the customer in the Caribbean islands, or rather for UK customers developing in Caribbean islands, as I mentioned before. So that's just the last point here, let's say, to save eventually the money. So Jonathan,
absolutely,
back to you.
Eric. So can we move on? Yeah, Daria, let's move on, please. Okay, please. No. Let's get back to our strategy. All right. Now our strategy, we look at ourselves as the services that we render as a triumvirate. Now, what do I mean by this? We basically find ourselves in a triangle of service rendering, financing, marketing, and sales. Now, we have got to find out, Phillips, who is from my own geography, will agree with me that one of the biggest challenge that developers actually have is affordable financing, accessing finance for their development. So as a business, we have come to use that. We have found out that is actually a challenge for the market that we service. And so it has become part of our service that we link up with lenders who will now give affordable financing to development of our own customers. And on top of that, we are involved in the marketing. By the solutions that we are showing you today, there are solutions that you can use in your sales and your marketing of your development. Even a while ago, Eric had introduced to us that the two major aspects of the real estate development is either it is on plan or it is off plan. So when you deploy our solution, it helps you to commence your sales or your presentation before the development actually is constructed, and then sales. Also, the solutions that we present to you helps you you share this with your own networks across the globe to be able to begin to showing the money that you require for your development. Let's go on. And with that, we will be presenting to you our USP as an organization. We have found out that through what we present, what we bring to the market, Daria has also told us that part of the solutions we present, we have got no competition currently, is one of the best that you can think of. So we find ourselves, we see ourselves as the A to Z supplier of quality solutions, which are global, which are scalable. From here in Nigeria, I can implement this solution. My colleague Daria is in India. He can implement the solution. Eric is in Europe, looking after the European market and Middle East. So our solutions are scalable, and then it takes little or no extra cost for you to actually implement this, as it helps you to grow your market. As also expressed before now, we help you to guide your customers in the appropriate way of viewing your development, especially within the context of the times we have found ourselves. The times have made moving around so impossible that things are scaled down. So remotely, we can deploy our solution from across the globe, from any part of the world, to make your development stand out. And then we enable you with property development finance. And like I just mentioned now, we have also got the financial modeling, especially the insights and focus that Eric has just delivered to us on the financing, the ROI. These are financial insights that we create to add value to the business of our customers. And then we present also property deals to our customers. Now, there are two specific to us that we present to our customers. This is guarantee rental yield of up to 8% across specific markets, targeting specific targets actually, like say Nigerians in diaspora. You have a development, Philips, you have a development here in Nigeria, and then you want to target Nigerians in diaspora. Nigerians in UK, for example, we have got more than 250,000 Nigerians who have actually effective demand, who actually can pay for what they want. They have got that spending power, more spending power than guys down here in Nigeria, likewise in other areas of the world. So we can target them. That's for guaranteed rental yield. And then there's also the good payment plans. Again, I will keep referring to Philips because he is actually in the industry. So we present your deals to customers who are interested in what kind of payment plans do you have. If we are speaking to someone in UK, for example, he may want to know, I am a civil servant or I am into business. I would not want to pay cash down of $2 million that you have. How would you stagger that for me? All of that will bring to you as part of the property deals that we have. That is good payment plan and then guarantee rental yield. On the other side, that is for technology, business, and connection. And then on connection now, we are connecting you. We connect the relationship. We are the middleman who now brings the customer to the developer and then connect you for effective relationship that would, present your development in a very fluid and robust manner that will be convincing to your target audience, so that at the end of the day, everyone is happy. You are happy. Your customer is happy. And by extension, we in the middle, we are equally made happy by that that interaction between all of us. Okay, let's move on. So, having taken this time to present to you all of this, it will be now time for us to ask you to ask a question or make your input or that you need a clarification. But before we start doing that, I want to also just inform you that we regularly have these webinars for all our audience. We have for September, actually, we have the financing and marketing and sales solutions that we are going to present to developers. We would equally plead with you that you find time to join us, and then you will have greater information, more information in details of how or what is required for you to access finance for your development, and then the marketing and sales side of the solutions that we are bringing to the market. Yeah. Thank you. The floor is now open for you, Gregory and Adiola Phillips, for reactions to what we have presented to you. Welcome.
So again, if you want to unmute yourself, gentlemen, if you want to say something, and again, thank you for participating here with us. Basically, just finishing Jonathan's sentence, literally. Because again, we organize these events regularly on a monthly basis, couple of them every month practically. We've got like 6 different events for 6 different stakeholders groups in property. Today's obviously was more specific to one specific solution, but the one that Jonathan has mentioned at the beginning of September is what we call a big picture one. We look at financing, marketing and sales. So exactly fitting within the property developer business goals. That's basically the big picture. So again, if you want to unmute yourself, say a couple of words. Again, there's only 5 of us left on this webinar for today. We had any number from, I think, 2 people up to 33 or something like that, which was actually last month when we partnered with another organization. Isn't it, guys? Business Summit, over 30 people, if I remember well. Again, you can unmute yourself, we can have a chat, and we can take it from there. Otherwise, we're going to follow up anyway with an email. We'd love to, let's say, get to know you. So obviously there is going to be a link to organize a meeting with us, and we can take it from there. But this is the best opportunity now to eventually have a more personal chat. Gregory and Akinlabi, if you want to say anything.
Thank you, guys. I will follow the discussion in the future, right, as we go along.
Thank you, Gregory. And where are you joining us from, just out of interest?
I'm in Pretoria, South Africa.
Okay, so how did you actually hear about us?
Well, via LinkedIn.
Okay, interesting. Okay. So again, Jonathan is the winner of this webinar. Let's say everyone is coming, well, from Africa, literally, who's left, let's say, on this webinar. So thanks for this. We follow up with an email, and then hopefully we could have something like more of one-on-one chat and take it from there. So thank you for this.
Yeah, Gregory, I've seen Gregory mention that augmented reality is, reality is clear for him. You need any specific aspect of augmented reality, Phillips? Do you use one currently?
No, I don't use anything currently. I was just looking at the potential to use the system for the marketing, but I see you've gone into a lot of the financial modeling as well.
Yeah. We try to cover the full commercial cycle of property development. And are you a property developer, Gregory, as a matter of fact? Or are you more of...
No, you might say, I'm more a semi-retired engineer who has time to look at these things.
Okay, I see where you're coming from. So is that interest, or is there any element of business in that, out of interest?
No, not at the moment. There's always potential. I feel, in spite of this COVID thing we've all been through, there's a lot of life ahead still, right? Mm-hmm. So we need to plan ahead.
I'm with you.
Right.
Still develop your passion, which we can see now it's a bit more of an engineering. And so let's take it from there. Obviously we're gonna follow up, and then we can see if there's anything we can help with. And I think on top of that, also, so thanks for Gregory for this one. On top of that, I think Akinlabi has commented something on the chat. Let me just see. Or Daria, maybe you can share it on the screen, if that's possible. So,
Sure.
no, we don't use any for now, but I'm looking for a
Yeah.
way to discuss this with the development director of the Eco Atlantic anytime he comes to the head office. I'm presenting not with my system, that's why I couldn't use my mic and cam. Yeah, we had that before. Will you be interested for
Okay.
one-on-one? Of course.
Okay.
So again, we're gonna send a follow-up to all of the participants of this one. That's our standard practice with, let's say, slides and eventually the recording of this. Again, there's a lot of info on our website, which is itoma.co.uk. I'm gonna put it basically in a chat here if you want to check us out. Again, we want to speak to people, we want to be active, we want to take it to the next level, gentlemen. So that's where we are coming from.
Also, if you can mention your contact details, Jonathan can get in touch with you.
Absolutely.
So, yes, that would be great. Gregory and
Yeah, Phillips, if you could just drop me, I could give you a call. Yeah, I've seen your email. Please drop your mobile number, or let me just drop mine so that text me. Just give me a high text, then I'll give you a call.
So Phillips has just dropped his Eco Atlantic email eventually to take it from there.
Yeah,
So let's take a copy of that.
yeah.
And let's take it from there. So, unless there is anything else, Gregory, if you can drop your email too, so we're gonna follow up obviously, and then we can see where we can take it from there. But apart from that, unless there is anything that we can eventually discuss, gentlemen, anything that we can help in property and specifically in property development, then we are exactly here as basically business with multiple branches covering, let's say, major Commonwealth geographies, we can say. So UK, India, Bangladesh, Nigeria, Ghana and Kenya at the moment. That's the markets of focus. And we are looking also into South Africa, being in touch with Department for International Trade here in UK to help us develop the market. So again, we are looking for the leverages. We are looking to speak simply with property developers and find what are the challenges at the market specifically, you know, for them. And then take it eventually to the next level to help with financing and then marketing and sales. So thank you very much for this, for joining us today. We're looking forward to have a chat with you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your time, Akinlabi and Gregory.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Have a nice day.
Okay, cheers, guys.
Thank you, Gregory. Thanks.
Yeah, bye-bye.